Last time on Asagao, we went to an onsen.
It was the hot springs episode. Yay!
There was blood everywhere. And PBG was shirtless.
Oh my god. What did Mai call it? The second coming?
Yeah, it's like the second coming.
And Mai and Jared may have possibly blossomed in their relationship.
I think everyone did pretty well with their relationships last time.
Yeah, things seem to be going in a decent direction. We'll see if they continue to do so. Anyways, join us on this episode of Asagao, We Fuck Things Up.
Yep.
Academy.
Yep. Alright. Mai and I walked to class the next morning like absolute zombies. I wasn't sure if it was the blood, or the heat, or the sheer stress of it all.
Wait, I thought you didn't remember the blood. Because that was the whole thing. She didn't she's like, why am I here? And Mai's like, it's better if you don't remember this.
Well, I think she knew some, like a bit.
Okay, well.
Because I think the blackout of just her, Mai and Jared talking is supposed to be the part where Hana can't really remember.
Okay. I don't know what happened. Whatever.
But neither of us wanted to talk to each other. We didn't even want to look at each other. When PBG and I came out of our room that night, we found Jared and Mai in the room across the hall, sitting 4 yards apart on opposite ends of the room. No! We were just complimenting Mai and Jared on, getting closer. No! When I asked whether they wanted to go home.
Yes, definitely! I can't do two people's voice at once.
Yeah. What? That's upsetting. Now I'm sad. They responded like that. Something was up. Something definitely had to be up. But the drive back to the academy was made in utter stony silence, outside of a few passive observation on PBG's part to try and break the tension.
Drive? Didn't they take a train?
Whatever. If Mai wasn't telling me what happened between her and Jared, that probably meant it was something bad. Really, really bad. Especially considering things seemed like they were going well in the actual spring.
Or they went really, really good and they were just being kind of passive about it.
I wasn't about to bring that up if she wasn't ready to relive it. For all I knew, she just destroyed any chance of dating the guy she crushed on for the past 3 years. Knowing Mai, it was very possible she simply wasn't able to conduct herself properly in his presence. I wasn't about to go poking my nose in her most embarrassing moment. We climbed to the 3rd floor behind Mimi. Damn it, Mimi Santos!
Is this going to be like a Dinkelberg thing where instead of Dinkelberg, it's Mimi Santos?
I mean, kinda. I remember her last name, which is really impressive. And Kakuzu, who moved as though approaching their own execution. Of course, they took up all the space in the stairwell, so we couldn't move around them even if we wanted to. My own silence meant that, whether we wanted to or not, we ended up eavesdropping on their conversations. Wait, aren't I both?
Yep.
Fuck! What did Mimi sound like?
Mimi was kind of peppy, and then Kakusu was...
Oh, she was my female robot.
Yeah.
So apparently, the nearby hot springs are closed for the rest of the year because someone had to bleed in them. What? No. I was going to join my friends on a celebratory excursion after graduating the midterm exams. I don't really know what happened because the staff don't want to go into it, but apparently it has something to do with the water being tainted. You don't think people were copulating in the springs? Oh my god, why do you talk like that? I'm sure that's why it is. But it must have been some kind of party if it made the springs completely shut down. Kakusu's eyes flashed. It's being inspected for health violations. If they find something, they might not even be able to reopen.
She looks really happy about that.
Aw, man, I hope they catch whoever did it. It sucks that we have to suffer because somebody else was an asshole. When we reached the top of the stairwell, we sped around the girls and into the classroom like we were running from a swarm of bees.
Yeah.
Not the bees! Not the bees!
The bees! They're in my eyes! Ah!
As I hooked my bag on my desk, a jolly John approached me.
Hey.
Hana, welcome back. How were the spring? Shh! Don't tell anybody we were there. Okay. Well, whatever you did worked. Look. He pointed across the way to PBG, who was sitting at his desk, happily doodling.
I guess that's something good that happened.
Yeah. He noticed us looking at him and waved cheerfully. I waved back. What did you do? I never would have thought he would recover from something like this so quickly. We just talked. Had a bit of a heart-to-heart, I guess you could say. John held up a hand. Thank you. That's all that I needed to know. Did I tell you he was shirtless? Hana, please stop. As we touched,
He was really shirtless. Oh my
really
god.
shirtless, like super shirtless.
I touched skin to skin.
Well, Hana, you're one special girl.
I guess that's a way to look at it.
Sure.
She's definitely special, alright.
Ha 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 ha. I just meant thank you for looking after our boy. No problem. He's my friend after all. John snorted. Yep, definitely. And friends look after each other. Yeah. Exactly. Ha 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 ha. I really have perfected my robot voice. I'm pretty happy about that.
You've had a lot of practice with it.
I'm doing good. He wandered off to his seat, still laughing like a maniac. What's up with him? I turned to Mai, and she shrugged, staring out the window despondently. Despondent? Whatever. I guess she didn't feel up to chatting either. It was so unlike her. What happened between her and Jared?
Who knows? We probably won't find out for a while.
Oh, okay, good. Maybe we'll figure out. Thankfully, Mai thawed as the day wore on, and by the time we got back to Primrose House, we were in deep discussion about volleyball strategies. But as we approached our room, I groaned. Is it another love letter? Yes. Oh no. Another note was taped gleefully to the door. I ripped it off as a bear might knock down a beehive. I like all these bee references recently.
What's going on? Aw, what did the paper ever do to you?
I glared at her as I opened the letter.
Oh, love. Oh, love? Oh, love, oh, love. She's lovely and sweet. She captures my feelings and shines like the sea. So lovely, this lovely, so pretty and nice. Oh, love is so hot and love is so ice.
Alright.
Getting warmer and warmer and warmer until I pour too much water, but love cannot spill. For this lovely I see stares back at me with this sea, for love has the loveliest eyes I have seen.
Oh,
What was that?
gross.
That was dumb.
I like to imagine her squinty face. I stared at the paper. Eyes like the sea?
I told you they weren't for me.
I mean, have you seen the sea? They could still be for you. Did I really have a secret admirer? I never even had a boy have a crush on me. Never in my life. But strangest of all, when I should have felt my absolute happiness, I instead felt an odd sense of dread. Is it from Shane? Is Shane writing me left out? God, that would be really...
You just are just holding out for poor Shane, aren't you?
No, I already know he's not gonna work. We're not doing anything with Shane, but I like to imagine him writing really bad poetry.
He's like, this'll show her. I'll just have this awful poetry. She'll never be able to survive it. It's the perfect revenge.
It's like Dave the Barbarian style.
Oh, God,
really
yeah.
bad poetry.
Poetry that controls the dirty pixies.
Okay. We headed back inside our room, and I glanced around, unsure of what to do with the
I
letter.
make a megaphone with a squirrel, a string, and a megaphone. My dad fucking loses it anytime he hears that.
I love that.
You okay, Hana?
I don't like this.
Well, just put it away and forget about it, right?
Pretty much.
Whoever wrote it obviously isn't confident enough to approach you directly. And as long as that doesn't happen, you can just pretend like they don't exist. My exact way of doing things, Mai. That's how you do it.
Take it to the shredder and be like, I'm done. I folded up the letter and stuffed it inside my desk with its brothers.
Well, I guess so.
A letter is just a letter. It's great that you have a secret admirer, too. Who knows? Maybe it's someone you have feelings for.
Well, there isn't anybody that I like, so that's impossible.
Psst, girl.
Mai glared at me.
What? I'm serious.
I know you're serious. That's exactly why I'm annoyed.
She sighed and shook her head.
Poor guy's got it rough. But I guess you don't pick who you fall in love with.
Psst. A secret admirer is hardly someone in love. He's probably just got a little crush. If he even is a he.
Good for you including everybody, Hana.
That's true.
I wasn't talking about... Oh, forget it.
It's really Kakusu who's writing this poetry because she doesn't understand emotions and feelings.
Joke's on us, it was Mimi Santos the whole time.
Oh god. There's this episode of American Dad where they kind of deal with like the Dinkelberg reference, but it's Stelio Cantos, who turned out to be the main dad, Stan's like bully in school, and like he has a theme song. So every time they're like, "Oh no, it's a Stelio," and then the song just goes Stelio, do do, Stelio Cantos, Stelio, and that's every time I think of Mimi Santos, I think of that song. Mimi Santos, Mimi. So I think of that, like just following her around.
My god.
Which is why, like, every time I see her, I get super excited because I think of that song. Okay, let's continue. A blush rose in my cheeks, but ignored it.
Anyways, we were in the middle of discussing your tactics, right? Have you tried the jet shot? I heard online that it's pretty good.
It's a bit overhyped. It doesn't work as well for volleyball as you would think.
The subject safely dropped. Mai and I discussed her next game until late in the evening. Something got her more excited about volleyball than usual, and that was saying something when it came to Mai. Whatever it was, she didn't tell me, and I didn't ask. I wonder what it was.
Something to do with Jared, maybe?
Jared. Oh, we started
Chapter 4! Oh my god.
Oh, what a surprise. Okay. After that whole incident, things returned mostly to normal. No, rather than normal. It was more like things calmed down, like a river that was no longer flooding. A few weeks passed, during which we took our first real test of the term. Thankfully, I scored a 95, high enough to keep my scholarship and provide a buffer for the rest of the year.
That's good.
Yeah. The Asagao strikers played their first game without PBG, and they managed to win. The entire school celebrated, except PBG, who watched the game from his dorm room window.
Is he like banned from the soccer fields? This poor guy. Everybody's being such a jerk to him.
I don't think he's banned so much as maybe he's like upset, so he likes watching from a distance because he doesn't want to ruin their victory, but he's still kind of broken up. I wonder how he felt. In all other respects, he was back to the PBG we all knew and loved. It was the day after that game that he approached me.
Hana.
What's up?
He stared at me for a few seconds, not saying anything. I cocked my head to the side.
PBG, you there?
I'm there. I was wondering if you...
Do you like tuna fish sandwiches?
Yes, I do.
No, I don't. I nodded, trying to get him to finish his sentence.
You will?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, right. So, there's this game that's coming out soon, and they're doing a midnight release for it. It's a really cool game. It's all about these little animals living in a village together. You come join it and live with them.
We're talking about Animal Crossing?
Of course he is.
Animal Crossing?
Do you want to come with me?
Fuck yeah, I do. It's Animal Crossing.
What do you do with the animals? You live with them, Hana!
Give them shit and they just walk all over you and act like assholes.
My villagers are nice. I have a unicorn. His catchphrase is glitter, which is pretty fun. Like, every time he's like, I'm thinking of leaving. I'm like, no, you ain't. You fucking staying here.
In the game? Well, you befriend them and go fishing and false hunting and their festivals. You can decorate your house and wear different outfits too. It's so cute. I think I mentioned this before. It's like I feel like Animal Crossing like has all of the aspects of a game that I should love. It's adorable. There's animals in it. Like you can do stuff, but I just can't get into it. Like I tried again recently where I tried to play the GameCube one and just like played it for like a day or two, and then I was like, nah, I'm done.
It's kind of a simple, monotonous game. What I would chalk up the same with Harvest Moon. Like if you're not into like kind of a repetitive, monotonous gameplays that don't really kind of go anywhere. Then...
I guess it's because I'm more into story when I play games. Because I was thinking about, so I was like, I like monotonous things, but I like more of it like monotonous work. Like if I'm doing something like to pass the time, then I would prefer that. But if it's a game, then I like story and like actual puzzle or gameplay or something.
I like Animal Crossing for the fact that I can turn off my brain. Okay.
That sounds like something you'd be into.
Well, I'll say, well, I think you'd like it too. You should buy it for that thing that you don't have a game for.
Yeah.
Plus, well, I wanted to say thank you for what you did to me with the hot springs. So, what do you think?
Well, sure. So I'll just be keeping you company?
Yeah, I guess so.
What? I don't know. I'm so... What? He glanced away from me, looking troubled. Was something wrong? Oh, so you're just not gonna... Okay.
Okay, cool.
Oh, great. Well, I'll pick you up tonight. Now, do you want to get some lunch? I'm sure everyone's wondering where we are.
Oh, is it lunchtime?
Probably. It's always lunchtime.
I'm sure Mai or John told them what was up.
PBG turned pale.
I hope not.
What? What was up with him today? I'm confused too, Hana. I don't understand. He came to pick me up right on time, as planned. When I opened the door, Mai poked her head out from the top of her bunk.
Hey, what's up?
Going somewhere? Oh, PBG.
Mai glanced from me to him and back again. I looked away. I hadn't told her because it never came up. How can you talk about something if it doesn't come up in conversation?
Okay. Have fun. You better bring her back safely or I'll stab you with a lance made of toothpicks.
That's an oddly specific thing.
I think so too. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have one? Is that why you... Okay. I feel like that raised a lot of questions, Mai, that I need answers to as well. We stepped out into the dark night and I instantly started shivering. How cold was it out here? Below freezing.
Give her your jacket, PBG.
I didn't bring a real jacket with me, but I didn't have a heavy jacket for this kind of weather yet, so there wasn't much I could do about it.
Give her your jacket, PBG.
Instead, I kept my mouth shut and tried to hide my trembles as we headed for the train station.
Hey.
Oh, I just put on a sweater, okay.
Where's this game store, by the way?
It's the local one in the city. Well, I like to go to it when I can support them. Also, they have a puppy there. You're not allergic to dogs, are you?
No, I love them. I always wanted to adopt one.
Well, we have one at home. I miss it so much.
Really? That must have happened after I left.
It happened because you left. I was so sad, so my parents bought me a dog for Christmas. That's kind of pathetic.
It was pink and everything. Yay!
What's the dog's name?
Luca.
It's him, and that's not important.
It's Luca! You should have been paying attention during the alien abduction part.
Tell me.
No, that's fine.
Tell me!
There's really no reason.
PBG.
Haru.
Oh, I thought, okay. Okay. Is this supposed to mean something?
I don't know.
I'm so confused. What was...
Anyways, follow me.
What?
Is it just because it's got the H-A sound?
Because Haru is spring and Haru brings flowers, which are Hana? What is this?
I guess we'll never know.
Okay. Alright. We took several twists and turns after leaving the station, PBG intent on finding the shop.
It's a bit harder to find when everything's dark.
I blew my breath into the air and watched the resulting cloud float away above me. It was cold.
No shit. Here it is!
He gestured to a line of people huddled outside of the store, all wearing thick jackets and mittens. There weren't as many people as I expected, but that made sense. How many people would like a game about living with animals enough to wait outside at midnight for it? You'd be surprised. We got into line behind a man with a blue-dyed mohawk.
It won't be long now. Hana, are you okay?
No, I'm fucking freezing.
I looked up at him from where I was dancing on the street.
Yeah, well, why?
You look like you need to pee.
No, I'm achoo!
He looked at me from head to toe, as if seeing me for the first time.
Why are you wearing a skirt? It's cold.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to go home and change.
Well, I'm a bit cold too. So maybe we should hold together to preserve warmth.
Clever, PBG.
Mm-hmm. Plus, I'm wearing a jacket, so yeah, it's not like I could just give you the jacket.
PBG opened his normal Boots Club jacket to me, looking away. I'm just imagining like he's like, ah! Get in here!
So, you can...
I didn't need to be told twice. I walked into the folds of his jacket and hugged him. He wrapped his arms and the ends of his jacket around us. Thankfully, I was tiny enough to fit inside it. Only the tip of my bow poked out at the top.
Jesus, how big is this jacket?
I want to know about the height difference. PBG was a heating pad, and slowly I warmed up and stopped shivering. PBG set his chin on top of my head, like a little footrest.
Wouldn't it be like a chin rest?
Yeah, I guess. He smelled really good, like vanilla and cinnamon. Why did he smell like vanilla and cinnamon? PBG tried to talk to me, but with one side of my face pressed against his chest and the other against his jacket, I could barely understand him. It sounded like his mouth was full of marshmallows.
What?
Werner?
Sure.
We stood there in silence for a while, and then PBG's chin started wiggling on top of my skull. It felt really good, like he was giving me a massage or something. His beard was tickling me. And then I realized that he was talking to me, and I just couldn't hear him.
I'm so done with this shit. Like, usually I'm all for, like, this, like, you know, touchy-feely, like, happy, but for some reason I'm just not in the mood for it right now.
I nuzzled into his chest, and he stopped talking for a bit. Then he started rubbing my back. What was he saying? Was I supposed to answer? I stayed where I was, and the seconds ticked away.
Oh!
His head lifted off the top of mine, and he opened his jacket to look down at me.
The line moved. It looks like we can go in and get our games.
Yeah. Inside. Yes, let's go.
Wait, our games? It must have been a slip of the tongue. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. But we'll find out next time how much it wasn't.
But he's gonna buy us a game, basically.
Yay! Free game!
That's always nice. Those things are expensive too, man. But I mean, everybody's at the school is rich, so, you know, I'm sure you can afford it.
Yeah, it's fine.
He didn't get into the school for his smarts.
Obviously. Obviously.
Cool, well, I guess tune in next time to see how surprised Hana is about getting her game, because we're obviously not going to be surprised about it.
Yeah, we can see this coming a mile a minute.
A mile away.
Mile away. Whatever. I just combined two things.
Whatever, Kayla. Just, you know, keep being you. Just do your thing.
Whatever. See y'all next time.
Next time.